Good day, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. And what we're going to talk today is a topic which is how to save our planet Earth. We have the objectives. The number one objectives is discussing the problems that destroy the Mother Earth, and the second objectives is the different ways to save the Mother Earth. So we have the introduction here. So let me read it. Because of globalization and the high demand of products all over the world, there are different problems that we currently facing which bring bad effect to our planet. A month ago, we witnessed the protest of the scientists where they said that we only have 3 to 5 years to live if we will not going to take actions to save our Mother Earth. So this is the picture of the protester, some of the protester, and it is all about the scientists protest too about the planet. So as what we can read, there is no planet B, which is true. We only have planet A, which is the Earth. So we will going to discuss the problems that destroy or affecting our planet. So here at the pictures, there it is the several factors that affect the planet, which is quite severe because this is one of the main reason why we are currently facing or we are currently experiencing those changes. So the greenhouse effect. It is a process that occurs when gases in Earth's atmosphere trap the sun's heat. This process makes the Earth much warmer than it would be without an atmosphere. The greenhouse effect is one of the things that makes Earth a comfortable place to live. What will happen if it is destroyed? Humans will no longer live comfortable and might experience non-stop changes in terms of weather and climate. So, as what we can see, weather and climate is a different. They are different in terms of meaning, and this greenhouse effect, it is one of the things that the reason why we live. And without it, I don't think so we can live comfortable. So I hope that everyone would protect that. We should. And then the second one is the climate change. It is refers to long-term shift in temperature and weather patterns. These shifts may be natural, such as through variations in the solar cycle. But since 1800s, human activities have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. Burning fossil fuels generates greenhouse emissions that act like a blanket wrap around the earth, trapping the sun's heat and raising temperature. So, this climate change, we are currently experiencing this. One of the example is during summer season here in the Philippines, we should experience a summer season, obviously, but then we experience a lot of rains. We also experience typhoons during those times. So that's one of the reason. That's what we call climate change. So this is the example picture below. So as we can see, there's a burning fossil fuels, and there were lots of garbages, which really one of the reason that we experience the climate change. So the number three, which is the last one, is the rising temperature and sea levels. Global sea levels are rising as a result of human-caused global warming, with recent rates being unprecedented over the past 2,500 plus years. Sea level rise is caused primarily by two factors related to global warming: the added water from melting ice sheets and glaciers, and the expansion of seawater as it warms. So, rising temperature and sea levels and climate change and also greenhouse effect might be destroyed because of human activities. So, this is also one of the reason why we experience this because also of us. So we human do such thing that endangered or destroyed our planet. So we are the main driver, just like what it says. So we are currently done with our first discussion, which is the different problems that destroy our planet Earth. So we'll now move on to our second discussion, ways that we can do for saving our planet. So have you ever wondered as a student if you can save our planet Earth? Of course you can. There's no doubt that our generation can lead and take action on saving our planet. Things that we can do in order to contribute great impact on saving our beloved planet. So we have here the ways. So the number one ways is use your voice. Speaking up is one of the most powerful things you can do, especially if it's the right people. Talk to your friends, neighbors, colleagues, and get them to make positive changes too. Speak up, speak to everyone, and make your voice heard. So, we are the first generation to know we're destroying the world, and we could be the last that can do anything about it, which is true. So, in our um generation, we are the most beneficial when it comes on nature. So, that's why we are also the one who knows that we are destroying it. So, we are aware that we are destroying it. But of course, as this generation, we can use our voice. We can use our voice to uh to tell to everybody that we know, or to tell to the world that we need to take action on saving our planet. So we can also use the social media, our social media accounts rather, because internet is also possible right now. So social media is everywhere, and anyone, I think, have it. So we can use social media to spread awareness about saving our planet. So the number two is be informed. One of the best things you can do is to keep yourself informed. The more you know, the better. Get yourself glued up on the facts, stay up to date with recent news on the state of our natural world, and work out what you can do. So, in this number two ways that we can do in order to save our planet, one of the best things, really, it is really a must that we are being informed to whatever happening to our country, or even to our world, or all over the world, just like what happened, like what I have said earlier about the scientist protest. So if we are not informed about what happened there, we will not going to know how much longer we will still need to live, or how much longer we still have this planet. So it's really a must. That's why being informed is one of the best thing that we can do. So be up to date. So next, travel responsibly. One of the most efficient ways of lowering environmental impact is by traveling responsibly. This means whenever you can, choosing a more sustainable way to get from A to B, walk or cycle when you can. So this one, let me explain this. If you're just going to buy something just around your area, or you can walk. Don't ride your bicycle or anything that you have like uses gas, because its smoke goes up, and that's one of the reason why gas emission happen. So if you can walk, then walk. But if it is far, then you can use your motorcycle, but travel responsibly. Okay, so number four is reduce your waste, which is very important. We need to make wasting our resources unacceptable in all aspects of our lives. The impact of plastic on our oceans is becoming increasingly clear, having drastic impact on marine life. So for this one, um, we can see that there are lots of garbages on And by those garbages that we can see on seas, oceans, it will comes to marine life, like which is fish, sharks, and they eat that. So we should reduce our waste. So recycling is what we can do when it comes on reduces. So through recycling, the amount of new materials we are making and upcycling is a creative way to make old items into something more valuable. So try to waste as little food as possible and compost the organic waste you can't eat. So this one, it also includes here eating sustainability. So we should not waste our food. So for this one, reduce your waste. We should be responsible on using our waste. So number five, waste, which is the last. No, not the last. Sorry. So watch what you buy. Be more conscious about what we buy and where we buy it. Living a less consumerist lifestyle can benefit you and our planet. Use your purchasing power and making sure your money is going towards positive change. So watch what you buy. It is a must because sometimes we buy what we want. So like we are not thinking practically about what we are buying. You just like to buy. So it's not actually good. So and among that, on what we buy, the um the money, or the money that we spend on buying those, will be come on negative change, which is not good. So for this one, we we are telling this that we should watch out every time we're going to buy something. So buy what you need and be more practical. So the last ways, is the number six, volunteer for your world. So volunteering can be daunting and expensive if you don't know where to look. Often local nature resources or parks are looking for regular volunteers, which can give you practical conversation experiences as well as helping to restore nature on your local area. So volunteering, it is also one of the things that we can do as a student or even as a human being. So volunteering or helping on the programs that your community have in order to restore your nature or the nature on your local area would be one of the great achievement that you can do, as well as it will give you definite experience on volunteering. So if ever you wanted to volunteer for the second time around or for the third time around, then you have the experience to do so. So it's very important that we know how to volunteer or how not to lend our hand to our community in order to help greater factors, especially when it comes on nature, on saving the nature. So since we are all done about the ways that we can do on saving our planet, so actually we have this um so here are some words before we end this discussion. There are lots of ways where we can lend our hand to save our planet. Let our voice heard, be aware, and be a good and smart user of goods and products that our world has. Our action matters no matter how big or small it is. Let the earth breathe. Let's save our planet. So in this subject, geography, which really talks about the geography of the earth, so it's really a must to protect our natural resources as well as in general the planet earth. So we can't find any other planet like this. So I hope that everyone would protect that And I mean, not everyone, we as a human being, we should be aware, we should be informed, and we should be knowledgeable about this kind of issue because this is very important. So one of the main reason why this happening to us, the phenomenon that we experience, is because of us too, the human. So the human activities that we do without even experience, I mean, for those people who don't know, like those burning fuels like that, what we have discussed and earlier, the main reason of that, that is the main reason why climate change happened. And those people who do that might not be knowledgeable about the effect of doing that. So let's spread awareness to those kind of people. So let's spread knowledge about um how to save our planet, and let's told them told to every people that we meet, or to every people that we know, that it is a must. We are not really doing something just for fun or just a tripping, but it is a serious matter that we need to be serious to. So we have the last slide here. So it is no that this is a a philosophy which is came from a famous philosopher, Mahatma Gandhi. The earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed, which is true because this nature, the earth, this nature gives us everything that they can do, like our needs, like that. We are all um uh we are all having that through the nature, but as as a human we should not be greed about it, because at the end of the day we are still the one who are going to suffer that. So we are experiencing that nowadays. So I hope that everyone would be aware of what's really happening to our world. So this is the last slide. Thank you so much for listening to this discussion. I hope that everyone is doing fine, and as what we have discussed here, let's save our planet. I hope that everyone learned and everything is clear about this discussion. So thank you so much. God bless, and I hope that every one of us might not might will take action to save our planet. Thank you.